Okay, so we got a lot of stuff to show off here. So first thing, I mentioned this just in the stream. So this was at the Goodwill for $20. I gave it to my dad because my dad doesn't have a lot of stuff to play games on. And I had some, like, I have the Genesis collection and that. And there was a lot of those games. Like, he loved Vector Man, Sonic, Streets of Rage. So all that stuff's on Genesis collection. So I got a 360 Slim for $20 at the Goodwill. It has its hard drive. It functions. The only thing that was wrong is it did not have the correct cables for the power. It had a power brick and it had the cable that goes to the power brick, but they were incompatible. It was a 2-pronged brick, but the cable was 3-pronged. So I'm not sure how that happened, and it did have me concerned, but they did tell me I could return it, so I took the gamble. I went to GameStop to figure that out. It did work, and it's 2 weeks later, it's still working with no problems. You have the Genesis collection. How does it run? I heard it sucks. The next gen Genesis collection, I heard, at least for PC, is bad. I'm not sure about the console version, but I'm talking about the PS3 360 collection, the newer one that's on PS4, and it's also on Xbox One, ain't it? Not sure. I heard the PC version is quite bad. I don't know about the console versions. I do hear that how they set up the multiplayer is also bad, regardless of which system you get for. So, I also heard there are a few emulation problems. So, yeah. But anyway, a 360 Slim for $20 at Goodwill. I thought that was a good deal. It functions. I did have to do some evil things with GameStop because of their evilness. I mean, they want $28 for a power brick thing, and they usually throw tons of those away. See, I was going to get the next gen one, but I'm probably going to get it because it has the treasure games. That's probably why I'll get it. They took some of the games out of the collection, like Sonic and Knuckles ain't on it for some reason. I think also Sonic 3's not on there either, which is very odd considering they were in the other collection. So, but the treasure games, what is it, Alien Syndrome? What's that what it's called? I don't know. The big boss rush game. That thing is fucking whale. And this is probably one of the best ways to get it as an English person. Because almost any version of that game is very expensive. So, and also I'm very interested in playing Streets of Rage 3 in Japanese since it lets you do that for several games. But, anyway, what I did with the cables, yes, no, S3 or Sonic Knuckles, yeah, that was very odd. I'm not sure why they did that. They want $28 for the brick shit, and I thought that was bullshit. So, I bought it, and then I went to another GameStop. I returned the wrong ones and said it was a wrong one. I got the cable somewhere else, so I got my money back. I admit that was a little scummy, but $28 for a previous gen system's power system, which I used to see all the fucking time, they're trash. I thought that was a trash ass fucking price, so I admit that was a little scummy, but the price was shitty too, so I went to that because there wasn't going to be anywhere else. I was going to probably find those relatively close without traveling for a while. So anyway, why interested in this? The secret character was changed in the American version because they were afraid of offending gay people, because the secret character that's in the Japanese version was a stereotype gay character. Also, the story was vastly changed in the American version. I can't remember all the little details. It had to do with the android plot thing. There were differences in it to some way. It'd been a long time since I read about that, but that's why I'm interested in the Streets of Rage 3 Japanese version. It'll be something different because, and I'm sure that's also interesting for Japanese players because they didn't get Shiva. I think that's what the ninja guy's name was, right? He wasn't the secret character for the Japanese version, so I think the other way across the pond, that's also interesting for them. They get to play a completely different character they didn't have, so. Anyway, we got lots and lots of stuff. Goodwill bags and just everything sitting everywhere here. So let's start cracking stuff open. So recently at Goodwill, put that down, let's sit that down, found some old manga. Now, got One Piece Volume 1 and 2. I think this is like the third volume of Volume 1 I got, not counting my original Shonen Jump magazines. But some I never heard of. Are You Alice? I've never heard of this book. And it says on the back, a delusioned young man in search of something stumbles into the weird and wacky world of Wonderland, whereas Alice, he is thrusted in a murderous game of Kill the White Rabbit, by command of the ruler of the land, the Queen of Hearts. But while Alice wails against the role that he was forced upon him, he has little choice but to comply. For in Wonderland, not sticking to the script can be deadly consequences. So, yeah, never heard of it. I haven't read it yet. Sounds very bizarre. Can people stop messing with Alice in Wonderland? I've seen literally about everything done to that. No idea. I thought the secret character was a kangaroo. That is the other secret character, which remains the same. There were two secret characters in Streets of Rage 3. The kangaroo is one, and then in the American version, you got Shiva, the karate ninja dude, and in the Japanese version is the weird gay stereotype character in a purple outfit, who was completely removed. Like, Shiva took that character's place in the American version. So, that... And if I remember correctly, for that character, when you defeated them, you had to do a button combination to unlock them, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I played Streets of Rage 3 or even bothered with the unlock characters. Another manga I've never heard of, Missions of Love, Volume 3 and 1. Could not find 2. I've never heard of these. I believe this company, however, is this not the company that bought FromSoft? I could have swore that that was that company. I might be wrong. I know they began with a K, but I do know they do have a big manga presence. I wasn't aware of them doing books in English audience, though, so I've never heard of this series. The artwork looks pretty stereotypical of manga stuff, so let me know if you heard that. I've never heard of it. Never heard of it, never seen it. Let's see. Next bag from the Goodwill. Let's see. Just the anime DVD of Zatch Bell, second DVD. Dub was terrible in my opinion. Art's very odd though. So. And what was in the third bag here? Oh yes. One more anime. This one I never heard of. Legendary Armored Samurai Troopers. I've never heard this. It looks like a pretty old release. The DVD actually I debated if the DVD was actually pirated because of how bad the printing on it is. Never heard of this one either, but it was like $2. So it's a dating sim manga. Maybe, I don't know. A choose your own adventure dating sim manga. That probably actually existed at some point, probably, before computer games, probably. I think this is the last DVD thing that's non-video gaming related here. 5 centimeters per second. The quote-unquote next Miyazaki. I've never heard of this film. It is damaged on the bottom, but this was sealed, and it was $3 at Goodwill, I think. $3 or $2 that, so besides the crack on the bottom of the case, it was sealed, so I took a gamble. Disc wasn't loose, there was no damage to the disc, so I've never heard of this. I think I've seen the artwork on the cover here, though. I don't know, it has a lot of things saying hailing as the next Miyazaki, so I guess it was really good, so let me know if you heard that one either. So on to video gaming things. Lots of video game things. Speaking of which, you might notice here in the corner, you see Crash and Professor Cortex, or however you said his name again. They were brand new, but they were in a damaged package at the local thrift store in my area. The packaging was damaged, but it was sealed. It was only $4, so I was like, you know me, it's hard to pass up a really cheap video game thing. So, Cortex is actually made pretty nice too. Though his one arm's a little spongy. But his head's pretty nice and solid. You could probably mash something in that. Not really a fan of the more cartoony Crash, but there are far worse versions they've done of him. So. Anyway. So what should we start with? So many different things. Well, actually, wait. There is one more thing here. My third copy of Little Nemo. I had a boxed version, but this has the Disney kind of fancy VHS thing, so I was like, why not? Okay, now I think that's all the non-video gamey things. So now onto video game stuff. So. See, some PlayAsia exclusives. Let's save those for last, because we can actually go and open those and show those off. So, let's see, what to start with. There's so much crap here. Okay, so, Penny Pinching Princess. This was originally a Vita game that got a Switch port. We did not get the Vita version localized, but we got the Switch version, which I think comes with an extra character. I'm not 100% sure. If that's an actual difference or not in the Switch version. But I bought that. Let's see, let's set that right there. Then, of course, I've been streaming this. This is Dan's choice. So far, it's been very impressive. I think that will have a very good review in its future. The Oregon Trail Complete Edition for Limited One Games. I've been enjoying this. I'm still doing a few off things. I'm currently have a easy game going on to try and unlock the UFOs. Trying to get some stuff unlocked because I want to still do a suicidal one and a endless one. And I want to try to have some different cars and skin characters to make those a little bit more interesting. The last one we used the Stranger and had Dan's family go against the zombie apocalypse, which didn't go too badly for him and his family, except for his wife. Watch to find out. Let's see. Then, if anyone remembers, I was awaiting a giant package of VR stuff, which that did come in. Now, this wasn't the part of that package, but these were. So, the double pack, the assembly imperfect. Now, what I am sad to find out about this, okay, it was perfect. Perfect is digital on this. So, this is only a physical version of the assembly. And then, the American Dream, which is supposed to be just a giant woot toot gun joke thing. Time Carnage, which is supposed to be an arcadey type thing with dinosaurs and robots. And then this is what kind of pisses me off about that first one with the digital code, because this has 5 games and they're all on the disc. So this is a very nice collection of a whole bunch of VR games. And then, of course, I streamed some of Super Hot, which Dan is eagerly awaiting for more of. But to be quite honest, it's been incredibly hot. What I'm thinking of doing is tomorrow morning to do some VR stuff. They do that crap too much. Down with digital. Yeah, I'm not... Like, I understand if there's no space on the disc. Like, you used all the space, then I could understand that. But why does that one have 5, but the one that only has 2 games... and one has to be digital? Like, the assembly there will be some gigantic game. And what's also really weird is that was published by the same company, this PRP. Apparently they are publishing physical versions of a lot of VR games in Europe, so I'm not really sure why, but whatever. I did get Don't Knock Twice. It's supposed to be a horror game. You can play in VR or be non-VR. I've heard bad and mixed things about it, so I don't think it turned out to be super great. I got it on the cheaper. I think I got for $12, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think it was about $12. So, Papa the Wapple's remastered thing, iffy on whether it's the PSP version or not. I bought that up when I was streaming it. I do plan on taking on the chicken again. I'm probably going to make it a marathon ultimate battle thing to take on that damn chicken because I want to beat Papa the Wapple 1. It's been something I've been wanting to do for fucking ever. Like, for fucking ever. I wanted to beat fucking Papa the Wapple 1. So I've gotten past where I've been on the PSP version, so I'm not giving up on that. So, let's see. And of course, there was the Darkest Dungeon, the Ancestral Edition for the PS4, which we were just streaming. Good impression so far, so that I think will make a fun, crazy live stream. I think off screen I'm gonna name a bunch of the characters, and then I think from there on, every new character, I think I'm gonna let chat vote a name, or just throw names out there and whatever sounds funny, pick one. Special Reserve Games had their third game release. Now, for some reason, they got attacked on their website, DDO attacked, twice. So this was the limited alternate cover art that Limited One Games released for them. And since the first one messed up and they didn't have a second one scheduled, I figured I'd just grab this just in case. But this, I played a very little dash of this. This is actually pretty fun, actually. Basically, it kind of plays like a twin-stick shooter, but you have a lot of melee and special skills on top of being able to wield a gun. And it is not easy. I died a lot. I got my face punched in a lot. And I actually looking forward to trying that out on the stream. What we got here? Or should that be the scout name? Ha ha ha. Moving on. Something I got recently from Limited One Games. The Future Unfolding. I don't know anything about this game. Doesn't have anything to show on the back. Don't know nothing. So, might be a random stream. Typo Man. Another thing I got from Limited One Games. I don't know a lot about. I do have an indie box of Typo Man, so I wasn't very thrilled about that. Plus, Typo Man, if I remember correctly, was also a PlayStation Plus game. So if you've been a PlayStation Plus person for a while, you probably already have that on your digital list too. Star Wars Battlefront. Everyone should buy this now. No, I'm actually being serious. If you have any interest in shooter games, I actually recommend buying this now. Now is a good time. Buy it from GameStop, though. Unless you can find it cheaper, which I don't think you will. I got for $3.99 at GameStop with my Elite card. And if you're pro or non, it should be either $4.99, $5.99, whatever. If you're pro or non-pro, whatever. Point is insanely cheap, and there is actually a still incredibly active player base for this game. And you gotta remember, they added more content, not just the digital shit. I don't have any of the purchasable digital shit. I just have the game, what came with the game, and what got added to the game for free. Which, if you have VR, if you have a VR headset, you do get a free VR mode that was added to the game. So, it still has a very active player base, and I've been having fun for it. $4, I've been having fun with it. Everyone harass Dan, tell him to buy it. Okay, let's see. Now, I got this for half off, so this is listed for $14.99, but I got for half off electronics thing at Goodwill. So, this is a Dynasty Warriors crossover game that has crap ton of Koei characters. I don't know much about this game. I don't know if it was really good or not, but it has a lot of... it has Dead or Alive, the weird little ball things that were in that RPG on the Wii game. That chick from that one PSP game. Dead or Alive, the chicks from that game where you do a lot of combining items. Can't. Of course, Dynasty Warriors. I don't even recognize that character. I don't know. There's probably all kinds of franchises in here I don't know. And then, of course, you have the guy from that Dark Souls style game, Samurai Warriors, Ninja Gaiden. There's just all kinds of crossover characters in that. So I would assume that's probably going to be just, Dynasty Warriors with crossover. 7 Days to Die. Looks absolutely awful. I bought this and for incredibly overpriced. Do not let that sticker fool you. That is a Destiny sticker. This originally had a black PS3, those cheap PS3 black cases that GameStop had, and I asked very nicely if I could get a different case for it, and they're usually very nice to let me do that. So graphics are very terrible in this game, but if you got a group of friends, you all meet up and you start building shit and stuff, this ain't too bad. So you can't wait to get Hyrulean Warriors for the Switch. Yes, if you never played the Wii version, the Wii U version, I think you got the 3DS version, didn't you? That's probably a much subpar experience though. So I'd say that's probably still worth upgrading for you. I don't think it's much of an upgrade for me. For you, that's probably a good upgrade. Looks and plays like crap. Plays, it's not like Minecraft when it comes to its interface. I figured the interface would probably control like it, but it does not. If you're going into this after playing Minecraft, the interface is very different. I wouldn't say it's absolutely horrible in its play, but I do wish the menus, like when you went to a certain menu and then you close, I wish it would remember where you left it, because every time it starts on the player in the player list, and then you have to filter to the menu you want. So that's just a minor gripe. I'm actually having fun with some friends on this though. So once you all meet up, start getting the base building. I have not made it to the 7th day yet, my 7th day. The gimmick with the game is every 7 days a giant horde of zombies comes and tries to kill you all. So you basically keep re-preparing your base, your defenses and shit for every 7th day. Now it is day 6, I believe, with my friends, so I'm getting there. I'm thinking of recording every 7th day, because a lot of the games, there's a lot of getting materials, which is, of course, not interesting. So I think I'll record every 7th day and post those. I think those will probably be interesting to watch in that regard. But this is a very mixed game, because, like I said, it's a lot of Minecraft-type thing with zombies. So if you get it really cheap, probably not that bad, but I think the only place that had cheap right now was Amazon, and the reason I bought it for the overpriced price of I think I got for $25 at GameStop. I got it because some friends were playing and they kept bugging me to try and so I finally broke in. I never made it to the 7th day either. Well, we're having fun, so I'm gonna make it to the 7th day next time we all get together to play. So, but I don't know how long I'll play. I don't know. Like, they keep talking about lots of new, like, spider things, screamers. One of them got to kill a screamer. I didn't get to see the screamer. I just arrived after the screamer died and helped kill the zombies it summoned. There's apparently a lot of different other enemies, so... Okay, this one's a little interesting. The Black Gods 2. So... I bought this because apparently when this came out, it had the wrong game on the disc. And this was only the PS4 version, not the Xbox One version. So apparently the original release of this game had Dungeon 2 on the disc. And Amazon had this for $8. And someone pointed that out into the tweet that cheap-ass gamers did. So I was like, well, I've been wanting Dungeons 2, and it's like $18 on Amazon. So I was like, I'll take a roll of the dice. This is all PG too, so I figured, might win, might lose. I lost. It's not Dungeons 2. It is Black Gods 2. Bit of a shame on that, but still $8. That I don't know anything about this game. I don't know about the first game, so I can't really comment on it. I bought trying to get a completely different game. But that's good for you to know that if you want to try and get Dungeons 2 for a different price, or if you're trying to look for that game, to be careful that there are versions of it with Dungeons 2 on it. So that's at least useful information to you if you're interested in that game or trying to get Dungeons 2. Because if you go to GameStop, I'm sure you could ask them to pop it in the display thing or some shit or that. Should have looked for a Day 1 edition of Blackguards 2. Well, it does say Day 1 edition on it. So I don't know if there's any differences in the cover, like if there's any kind of indication between the two versions. I don't know of it, but my mind does say it's a limited Day 1 edition, so obviously that's not going to get you a Dungeons 2 copy. So plus, I would assume after that fuck up, they recalled a lot of copies, I would assume. So, but I'm sure they're out there, obviously, because, I mean, I'm sure there's people that were like, oh shit, I got another game I was interested in for a different price. And I'm sure some of those people got for a nicer price, but I'm sure a lot of them got returned too. So, who knows how many of those are out in the ether and how many got destroyed. So, I don't know. Kind of weird fuck up though. I never heard of that with the PS4. I know of very few instances on the PS1. I don't know of any for the PS3 or the PS2. Not to say they didn't happen, but that is the first time I've heard of any recent incident like that. So very interesting in my opinion. So okay, so this I'm not even going to try and pronounce this. So I'm just going to show a really close-up picture of the title there. This is a bullet hell game. Limited One keeps doing a lot of bullet hell games. But that's probably good for Sony, because really honestly, we don't got a lot of physical bullet hell games, so I think that's a good thing for us either way, but I'm not really into doing bullet hell stuff myself. And of course, the waifu wars continue with Gun Gal 2, aka actually third game. You know, I'm not really sure why. They had original Gun Gal, and then they made another Gun Gal and just called it Double Pace. And then they make this one and call it 2. So, I'm not really sure what was the idea behind that. Because as far as I understand, they're the same thing in Japan. Double Pace, and this is Gun Gal 2. So, I'm not really sure of that. But I got a copy because apparently they're actually vanishing pretty fast. Amazon sold out the last time I looked. Wound Belt. Isn't that the really good one where you switch between black and white bullets? I hear that's like a really good one. I've never played it before. I've never gotten my hands on any version of it. I think I heard there was going to be a Switch version, which I'm pretty sure probably Limited One Games is always probably trying to snag that, if they're not always planning to do a physical retail version. Matt's actually playing Gun Gal 2 right now, so see, the idea behind the multiple Gun Gal games was to make money. Maybe. Wait a minute, you saying I like perverted things? Anyway, moving on. This probably is perverted. Let's see. It is a really good one. It's an excellent game. Only 5 levels. Never got past 3. Ooh, I didn't realize it was that short. So I've never heard of this game. I've never heard of well, actually, now that I think about it, that's also starts with a K. I don't know. I've never heard of this game. It's called Norse Love Addiction, which probably always starting off the sound very perverted. Then, of course, looking at the ESRB weighting, because if you haven't noticed, Limited One Games was forced to start putting ESRB weightings on their games because, well, it was supposed to inform people. I'm pretty sure it was to get their cut of the money. But it says blood, sexual content, and violence. So I'm not sure what that's all about, but it's probably not a simple Norse game. That's probably for sure. Might be 7 levels, but I think it was 5. I don't know. Either way, that's pretty short still. Moving on. Let's see. Let's move on to a few of these things. Let's see. Blaze Blues. The Continental Shift 2 for the PSP. I got that from trading some GameStop stuff from the dump store. I also got Gladiators Alone for the PC, Dark Legions. Then I got a PlayStation 1 game called Urban Fighters Gekido Furious 4-Player Fighting by Interplay. I have never, ever heard of this. If you have heard of this, let me know. I've never, ever heard of this game ever. And that's why I picked that. Darkness of the Dark Cathedral. I don't know any. I've never heard of this game either. It's just in a little cheap cardboard thing. So, never heard of that. And then I got Cursed Mountain, which is a horror game for the Wii. I've been trying to look for a copy for a long time, so I got I think, if I remember correctly, it was a little it's a little dusty, but there's no scratches, so. And then, the last thing I got from trading some GameStop stuff, I've never heard of this. It was published by Natsumi Metropolis Mania. I have never seen this, and I've never heard of it. So, graphics look pretty meh. It is a PS2 game, so they're pretty ancient to today's standards. So, I have never heard of this, so I figured, what the fuck? Ooh. Still many things to go through. So, I got a Medal of Honor game. This is Medal of Honor Warfighter Limited Edition for $6 at the Goodwill. Probably could have gotten cheaper at GameStop, to be honest, but it was Steelbook, so I was like, what the fuck, $6. Now here's something some people might not know: Fat Princess Adventures, a new Fat Princess game. This is the Chinese Asian version, which does have English subtitles and menus in that, so I can play it in English. Now, but when I see, this is kind of like a hack and slash gauntlet-y kind of thing. I'm not really sure. I think I paid $15 for it on PlayAsia, so I was like, probably. Asian versions don't. This is in America, but only digitally though. So I only got it because it's physical. Now this. I don't know why I was curious about this. I don't know why I bothered to buy it, but I did. Yeah, I beat it. I beat it on a day I felt sick. So Cat Quest. Okay, well, actually, I know why I bought it, because it came hard to find, and then it became findable again. So this is probably the closest thing to a console version of a clicker game I could think of. It's very simple, hack and slashy dodge kind of thing. It's, you beat it, and it made you feel sick. Now, I was sick on the day I played and beat it. I did this in like 2 settings. It is very simple. If you want like trophies and stuff, you can get a lot of trophies from this game. Not all of them. Some of the last ones are really grindy, but a good chunk of the trophies are easy to get if you're looking for trophy boosting. But gameplay wise, this is just something simple. I bet my kids would play Cat Quest. How was it? It is simple. I mean, I'm not saying like it works, it functions. I didn't really run into any bugs or anything. It's just you run around the overworld, collect quests, go into dungeons, kill everything. It's not complicated at all. It could be good for kids, to be honest. It's harmless. I mean, it's rated E for fantasy violence. That's it. Just fantasy violence. There's no mature things or anything, so it probably would be good for kids, but aside from if you want something really simple, you're not gonna find much in here. I mean, I don't hate it. Also, it may have had a strange metaverse kind of thing on possibly why there's a bunch of humanoid cat things in its storyline in a way, but it doesn't really dwell too much into that. But yeah, I mean, you could get it for the kids. I don't know. They want to play half genie hero. Well, I would probably say that's not too bad for kids. I mean, it doesn't have anything grotesque or anything. Trying to say, how to put it, sexual things is a debatable person-upon-person thing. I mean, there's obviously no nudity or anything like that, but to say the characters don't have boobs and hips, or honestly lying to yourself. So, but you can't control people having big boobs or hips in real life. So, I mean, in that regard, I don't really think it's a problem. I mean, but that's just me. Different people's opinions. So anyway, moving on. I beat it away. They wouldn't get past all the fetch quests, and as for sexual stuff, it's innocent enough. Yeah, but there are some times they do some kind of window jokes here and there and that. I think Way Forward's very aware of what they're dealing with. Anyway, I got this when I went to turn that cable back in. I picked 3 games: the Star Wars Battlefront, and yeah, here it is. Battle Chasers. This is a Western RPG. It looked very interesting. I've seen 2 best friends play it. So I picked this, Star Wars, and PlayStation VR Worlds with the money I got back because they were going to give me credit, so I figured why not just pick some shit out. So I paid a little extra because it was like $28, so you know, all the stuff to go. But you got to remember I'm elite, so I get the low price anyway. But yeah, so I didn't think $11 was too bad for this. I heard it's not the greatest thing, which is why I didn't want to pay the full price that a lot of places want for it. So I thought $11 would be okay for VR World. Battle Chasers, I got for $15. It says classic turn-based JRPG combat, but it is made by a Western developer as far as I'm aware of. So it's a cool, yeah. And if I remember correctly, I talked about to you, if I remember correctly, Carter. But it looked good in that, so I saw it for $15, so I was like, sure, why not? And try to buy something, you know. Oh, and I forgot this when I showed off that VR stuff. Fruit Ninja VR. So you might be like, why did you buy Fruit Ninja VR? Well, I'll tell you. Because it is incredibly hard to find. You wouldn't believe how hard it is to find. Actually, in some circles, people thought it was a myth. That didn't actually really exist in a physical form, and someone had put it out there as a troll. Let's see, I heard more about Shank indeed. Shank, what? I want to see Atticus stream the Shank thing on VR. Shank thing, and you talking about in VR worlds? Let's see. London High, Scavengers, Ocean, Dodgeball. I don't see anything called Shank. People jump, scale out of the seat with that one. Are you talking about in VR worlds or? Oh, Shark. Sorry. Shark. What's shark? What? What are we talking about again here? I heard more about shark indeed. More people jump out of their seats. I mean, I would assume you're talking about a VR game if you're jumping out of your seat. What? I'll wait for someone to explain what the hell is going on. Anyway, so this is apparently really hard to find, and when I went and bought all that other VR shit, the seller who was selling it on Amazon also had a copy of this, so yeah, Atticus must play it blind. I think I need more explanation what the hell y'all are talking about. Anyway, yeah, this is hard to find, so I just was like, well, sure, whatever. It actually looks alright. I mean, it's probably one of the simple VR games, but, you know, some of them kill all the time. Now, here's something I was excited about. From the creator of Cave Story, Kill Blaster, in physical form for Limited One Games. This is a really good game. I did a Force Suppressions on it. I haven't played it all the way through before, so, which I'll probably do on this. I hope the demo's on this though, because the demo actually had its own little story too. So I'm really excited getting this. I like Cave Story. Though I wouldn't say Keo Blaster was as good as Cave Story, from what I play, of course. You know, I haven't been in it, so I can't give a full bell comparison in that regard. But I'd say, I think in the end, I like Cave Story. Still bell out of to you. Show. We got 2 box things here, so these are Play Asia exclusives. So, Dimension Drive and So Eats a Lot. I never heard of either of these two, and this game actually looks kind of so I don't know how it plays though. I haven't played it yet, so let's skip So Eats a Lot for now. Let's go to the Dimensions and let's see what goods in here. Don't worry, I didn't forget the big box too. I have big box everything's sitting on. It's not super exciting. I wouldn't say it's like And what's shitty is it didn't come with the game. It's the accessory that's for the game. But it was $9. So I figured it probably, I didn't check, but I figured it probably wasn't going to be that bad price. Ah, crap. Shrink wrap upon shrink wrap. Every good unboxer needs a decent knife. Got Dark Souls Remastered? No. Honestly, the more and more I watch videos on Dark Souls Remastered for the PS4, the more I'm actually disappointed with it, to be honest. I probably will eventually get it, but I don't know. It keeps finding things to disappoint me about. Backstab chaining. Yeah, a lot of people were pissed they didn't fucking take that out. A lot of people were pissed off about that. This is like, oh, come on, you left backstab chaining in? What about that real, the people complaining about that real Dark Souls 1 experience? You wanted it, right? You couldn't have that without backstab chaining, then. Yeah, and Dan, I know Dan doesn't agree with my opinion on it. To be honest, it's a really controversial game. There's people loving the hell out of it, and people who think it's like the worst fucking thing FromSoft has done. Like, it is very controversial, to be honest, in the fan base. Nobody seems to have a very straight consistency in agreeing what it is. I mean, I honestly would have liked it a Skull of the Fourth Sin kind of treatment. That's what I would have liked it. And there's the back of the box if you want to see it. And I got number... Holy shit! I got number fucking 2! I got number fucking 2! Shit! See, I'm enjoying it. I have to stream. Yes, you need to stream more. I need to watch your attempt on the gargoyles. I skipped around your first attempt thing here and there, but I did watch some of it. You need to... did you beat the gargoyles? Okay, interesting. But, yeah, they didn't really do much. They added a bonfire and made the online stuff a little bit more. And, yes, I'm one of those middle... people. I don't like doing that, but they make these things so fucking tight, it's really hard to fucking not do that. Anyway, so in this thing, we of course got the game. Now, this is supposed to be a kind of a bullet hell game, I believe. Let's see. Has split screen co-op. It has 2 battlefields, so I guess this is one of those kind of games where you kind of swap between 2 planes. Let's see. Well, I didn't watch the newest one. That was Gargoyle's Quest. I watched your attempts, the video before. I haven't watched Gargoyle's Quest yet. Nice spoilers, though. Maybe I wanted to be surprised by them falling off. Yeah, pretty much, somebody asked me, I can't remember who it was. I can't believe I got number fucking 2. Number 2. Wow. I think that's probably the highest number collector edition thing I've ever got. Out of 2,000 copies. And you got a soundtrack, which has 33 songs on it. Not too bad for a bullet hell game. That's a pretty impressive soundtrack, though. Any other goodies in you? Don't look like it. So, a lot of these came with art books, but apparently they didn't do art book for this one. So this one's kind of unimpressive. But it still has a soundtrack, so that's always good. Especially in the music, it's good. Woo. Don't need damaging my number 2 box. I'm still surprised it's number 2. Number fucking 2. Oh, I think I put those in the wrong thing. See, they didn't fall that... Wait, the goggles fell off the roof. Haha, they didn't fall. That would be cool. The game only sold 2 copies. No. They have 2,000 seat. Number 2 of 2,000. There we go. Don't you hate trying to put all this stuff back together sometimes? Now I'm looking for the next Play Asia. It's supposed to be like a mix of bullet hell and tower defense. So that's actually going to be pretty exciting. I think that's going to be interesting. Like, it kind of makes me think of the Pixie Junk game a little bit, where you could kind of help out a little with the tower defense. So I think that's going to be an interesting game. They made 2,000 and so no. I just ended up with. It's a collector's thing, man. It's a collector's thing. You know, it's like, I got number 1. I'm going to sell for $500 because it's issue number 1. The first one. It's worth millions or more than your number 5. That kind of thing, man. That kind of thing. So this Soul Eats a lot. I watched one gameplay video of this thing. As far as I know, it is only on the Vita. It looked kind of sketchy, to be honest. It's some kind of weird platformer game with obviously a very heavy food theme as you play a really fucking overweight night guy. Man, it's a weird concept that I never really heard of. But I don't know. The game didn't look wow, but I haven't played it myself, so I don't know. I'm not against people making their own games, though. Follow your nose in your dreams. So what did I get? This one's number 507. I think this was out 3,000 copies. It has some nice artwork, but I don't know. If you look up the gameplay, I don't know. It looked kind of to me. And see, this one comes with an art book. It says it has it. Maybe the first got printed later. Well, to be honest, we don't know. You'd have to be part of the factory shit with this stuff to probably really know. PlayAsia just announced its first Switch title, too, because Limited One Games started doing Switch stuff, so PlayAsia, of course, was going to get into that. Man, everybody... Limited One Games and PlayAsia are the two that are doing the most of this. 8-Bit's done 3 titles. They did Wes, What Remains of Edith Finch. Those 2. Wait, no, 4 titles. What's that? Light Drifter or something? They did that one. That one was a really nice booklet to it too. I think it's Light Drifter or something of that. Yeah. It's a really hard game though. The bosses were hard. And then they have, what's that, Gang Beast or whatever, which I don't really think I'm going to get that. I've seen multiple people play that Gang Beast or whatever it is, where it's like a bunch of clay people beating and dragging each other around a stupid arena. I don't know. It didn't look interesting to me. And believe me, if you're doing a limited one on something and I'm not interested, there's something terribly wrong, probably. Something's horribly going wrong if you're not getting my wallet to open up. So let's take a look at Soul Eats a Lot, which is a slightly fickle box, so please, people, stop making your box lids so close. So, let's see. Got an art book. And that, the game, and the music. I don't think I was ever prepared to see an overweight knight playing music on a piano. So this game has 25 tracks on it. So the font is very small, so you will probably not be able to read it. Oh, it feels like it has a booklet. There's some weight to this. Oh, I gotta see. Get speed runners. I'm kind of curious now, because this has something in here other than the cartridge, because this feels weighty, so I'm gonna look here. Oh my goodness, it does. It has a fucking booklet. And it has a dent on the bottom. No! It's actually kind of thick. Wait. What the? Oh my goodness, this isn't a booklet at all. They're stickers! They're stickers! They're little stickers in like a cardboard thing. Well, that's, really strange. A little sticker booklet. Now, I gotta admit, that's a little different. That explains why it weighs a little, because it's like a cardboardy material, so that's something different. Nothing really fancy with the cartridge, though. But, yeah. I'm not sure what's up with the weird little yak thing. So, yeah, my certificate number card that's supposed to prove that, you know, this is that number, so in case down the road is like, oh, number 500, son, it's extra $20, right? Out of 2,000 copies. This has a 62 page trophy owned Wed the Art Book. Ha! Nice. Let's see. It has some sketches and stuff here. We'll kind of fling through a little bit. And there's your overweight knight guy. No, that's the villain now. Let's see. But it's very cartoony looking. Like I said, I looked at some of the gameplay. It didn't really wow me any. I find it weird. This comes with an art book, but that game is probably more interesting than, I don't know. I'd have to try it. I'm being an evil judge, judging the poor game. I'm judging the poor game without playing it like an evil bastard. So, let's see. It looks like it doesn't matter which side goes down. Get everything fit back in. And then the big box. So, let's talk about the big box that we got here. So, the big box, I will throw out there right now. The big box is music related. What's it related to exactly? What's it? Is that gonna fit in now? I got that in that one. I might have to just figure that out. I'm gonna just sit down and they'll figure that out off the screen. Some of these things, I swear, can be a pain in the ass to put together, I tell you. So let's put the dangerous knife away. Be safe, kids. Okay, so let me get this oversized box here. I gotta move these games. I'm gonna move this and make a giant towel that I'm going to regret stacking all here in one spot. Because that is always a smart idea, and by that I mean it's a terrible idea. Let's see. These ones here. Okay, so so far this stream is better than E3. Okay, well I'm glad that. So this is Walk Revolution for the PS3. This was a game Konami did. Sorry if you can't hear me very well. I'm trying to have this all on screen here. So this is a game Konami did. And it has a drum and a guitar. This is just the drum. This is a drum pack. There is a guitar, I believe, for this thing, though. But it does not have the game in this. But this was $9. It has all the parts, as far as I could tell, for the drum, the drumsticks, the drum, it has the drum, 2 bomb pieces and the 2 pieces in the middle, the top part. Everything looked nice and clean. It just looked like it was a little dusty, though. I've never seen gameplay of this thing before, so I don't know if it was any good. But I was like, well, $9 for the drum in really good condition. I would think that's probably decent. I mean, I know Guitar Hero. I mean, I don't know about your guys' area, but around here, you can find Guitar Hero guitars and occasionally Rock Band ones, like all the fucking time. Sometimes the drums aren't as common as the guitars, but those things are always in Goodwills around here all the time. But the Konami stuff was not popular in the West. Konami did do music stuff prior to Guitar Hero. If I remember correctly, they tried to actually sue them because of it, trying to say they were infringing on them. But if I remember correctly, they lost that and decided to just try bring their own shit here, and it didn't catch on. So it didn't sell well. I don't know if this is worth anything at all. I don't know. Like I said, it also does not have the game, but it was $9, and like I said, I'm a sucker for cheap. Cheap good. And like I said, it's in good condition. I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna put it though, because it's just another big box. I mean, it's not like I have that there and those there and just all kinds of freaking shit all over the place, man. Ugh. And that, I'm pretty sure, concludes pickups for the last 2 weeks, because I didn't get to stream last week. So what's going on and stuff? So overtime is kicking in again. I worked last Friday, which I didn't get to stream, and we had a thunderstorm, which I told Carter about, which I didn't want to stream in case of power outage or something like that. Does it work? I don't know. Like I said, it is in good condition. It just had some dust on it. That was honestly the only thing wrong. Like, all the buttons felt good, clean, no scratches or anything, but I don't have the game with it. The game is probably going to be super cheap. If anything, a part of that was going to be valuable, it would probably be the drum and the guitar. The game, I'm sure, is cheap, and I'm sure I can buy it somewhere. You got all that within 2 weeks? Man, must be nice to have money. Well, what do you think it's like when you don't have a girlfriend or anything? But yes, that's I'd say that's the only thing that wasn't within 2 weeks really is all those European VR games. Kick that out, and yeah, pretty much that was mostly well, there was your game request that wasn't within the last 2 weeks. When was it? That was about 3 weeks ago. I don't know. The point is, the majority of that was in the last 2 weeks. So yeah. Anyway, overtime's kicked in. We're doing Fridays, so right now, Fridays are probably not going to have streams. I am going to try and do some streams after work. Sadly, I have been very tired this week, so I start the morning, be like, yeah, I'm going to go play like Dead by Daylight or something, Versus for an hour after work, and then I get home and then just like, I just don't feel very talkative when I'm really tired, so. But while overtime's going on, I'm going to try and do some. If worst case scenario, I may just do some gameplay stream without any voice, like no talking at all, which, be honest, that isn't as interesting, but at least it's something still, so I'd rather do some commentary. But that's just me. Some people actually enjoy having no commentary. Some people think it wounds the experience, so can't please everyone, but I'm going to try and see about doing something. Speaking about Dead by Daylight, I am eagerly anticipating the next update, which I think just got announced is going to be on the 12th, I believe, because it's introducing a new killer. It's been a while since I played any Dead by Daylight. The new killer, if you haven't seen, is a crazy clown. He collects fingers. He'll kill his victims and look for the best looking finger and then discard the rest. So what's interesting about the clown killer, though, is his gimmick is he has like a weird Teutonic poison shit that he can throw, and it'll make this misty cloud stuff, and it blurs your vision, causes your killer to cough, which the coughing makes it where they can't throw a pallet down. So if you time it right, you can fuck up somebody trying to use a pallet in your face and get them instead. But that's his primary thing. I've watched some gameplay of it. I'm really looking forward to him coming out. He looks like a very interesting character. I'm probably more interested in his perks, though. He has two that I'm very interested in. He has Bamboozled, which makes you go through windows faster. Now, if you don't recall, because I'm sure I mentioned it, because I played Michael a lot. Michael, a.k.a. the Halloween dude, Michael Myers, is the fastest killer through windows. Trying to go through windows against him is usually not a good idea unless you really have no other choice to try and distance yourself, because he is the fastest through windows. Bamboozle is supposedly supposed to increase it by 5%, so that's really good for Michael Myers. But the additional thing is, you probably never seen it a lot in streams because it doesn't happen very often. But if survival keeps going through a window over and over again, it causes the entity to block that. If you have Bamboozle and you go through a window, the entity will just block that window. So if you do it right, you could fuck up a lot of survivals. I'm looking forward to trolling a lot of people with that. That just sounds hilarious. I'm really looking forward to getting Bamboozled for Michael Myers. Now, I can't remember what the other one. There was another perk that sounded really interesting, and I can't remember. I think a lot of people were curious of using it with the Doctor, if I remember quickly. Hey, Dennis. Man, what a bad time, sadly, they're alive. I just went through everything. That kind of sucks. But welcome. I'm just kind of blabbing a little here about what's going on with overtime, what happened with streams, and things looking forward to. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the Clown Killer. I hear he's supposed to come out on 12th, but that might not be for the console though. That's probably more for the PC. So that's going to vary, but I'm still looking forward to him. He looks like he's going to be interesting. Look forward to his perks, which also sound interesting. He also brings with him a new survival, which has some new perks, and I think she had one that sounded really interesting too, but I can't remember. And then they're also doing some changes with pallets and Decisive Strike. They're changing how Decisive Strike is, and it is causing a lot of drama in the community. Yeah, I guess so. So I'll watch it. Yeah, it'll be posted on the main channel probably tomorrow or Monday or something, sometime within this area of time. But yeah, Decisive Strike. If you watched me play Dead by Daylight, you'll probably very well. A lot of survivors usually constantly have Decisive Strike, which allows them to get out of the killer's grasp thing. So they're changing it. It caused a lot of controversy. So now how it's going to supposedly work is you can activate it immediately whenever you want. However, if you use it, you will have the effect of no mither, where you can't be fully healed. So that's, you get a get out of free jail card still, but you have a bad like no mither is more of an issue towards you. I mean, there's a positive effect of no mither, but you're not getting that positive effect using Decisive Strike. You're getting the negative, your injured status. Now, the one thing I was kind of confused is, does this mean you can keep Decisive Striking? Like, can you use it infinitely now because of this? Because that sounds like that probably would be the case, but I don't think I really heard anyone say that straight. So it'll be interesting to see when the update hits console with that. But yeah, after work I'll probably do some Dead by Daylights, just competitive multiplayer stuff. I might do some Metal Gear Survival, which I think is probably what I'm going to go to next because I redesigned my base thing, so I think I'd like to try and shoot a hit on that. But or just more minor things or something simplistic. But I'm going to try to do some streams after work because of the overtime. Because that means mainly I'm going to be streaming on Saturday for now for a while until the overtime's hopefully over in July. But a lot of stuff has been weird at work the last few years if you've been a long time follower. So, and Sunday's a church day. That's day like Dan's usually not available, and I'm usually trying to help with chores and stuff on Sundays. So I trying to not really have streaming on that day unless it's a short burst. Like I said, I was thinking of maybe doing some VR early in the morning where it's not as hot, because right now it is very hot in Missouri. Humidity is very bad, and having a giant rubber foamed helmet thing against your face while you're recording and not having your air conditioning on so you don't hear just it all kind of piles up and makes you way sweaty. So reviews, I got some more scripts for reviews, and I gotta get them recorded, footage and stuff. There's a few I need to double check a few things on stuff I want to say, but I have actually 2 more DS games I beat on breaks at work. I beated the last game I talked about again. That was by the people who did Hotel Dusk and that. I'm pretty sure that game came out before Hotel Dusk, because I really feel like Hotel Dusk took the good out of again and ran with it in a different direction. Like, it has a lot of interesting similarities, like the weird wiggly borderlines, except, again, uses real people, while Hotel Dusk uses a kind of a black and white comic anime look. But I got that beat, and another game I beat, it was pretty short. I bought it during like one of those buy 2 get 1 free things at GameStop when I bought like a crap ton of. I mean, just look at this. Look at this. This is buy something. Look at this thing. So this thing is full of DS games that have no cases, but most of these I got through buy 2 get 1 free sales at GameStop. So there are a lot of DS DS games in here, and there's a few 3DS ones in here too. Yeah, see those one right there. So, but I got a lot of them in here, and these are what I've mainly been looking for stuff to play during break of work. So, one I got was called Witch's Wish, which was published by Natsume in America. Okay. I don't know if it's owned by Natsume or if they just published it, but it's called Witch's Wish, and if I was to describe it, I would probably say it was just a very simple kind of little adventure game with the very common mechanic of using the touchscreen to draw symbols to cast magic. It's not an RPG. It's not a life simulator. It's just kind of a simple little adventure game, interacting with people and solving problems and stuff. Though it had a very interesting theme about greed. Japan's usually all about friendship and the power of love and fighting darkness. It was kind of interesting to see the main kind of theme be greed. Just greed, not like be a sub thing underneath other things. Like the main thing is about greed. So that was kind of interesting to see, but it's a very lighthearted game, rated E. There's nothing even remotely suggestive about it, actually, even in an anime way. It's very moe, very cute looking characters. There was nothing adult about it at all of that, so very simple game. It's very short, and for some reason there's a chapter locked until you beat the game, and then you can go play that one specific chapter. I'm not really sure why I did that, but wasn't my kind of thing. But I'd say it's good for kids. But that's on the review table too. I have to choose a new game to play on break, and primarily, I have to look for games that are convenient way. They either have enough save points or I can just save anywhere. That's what I mainly need when it comes to games I pick at work. So, let's see. Anything else need to go over? If anyone's wondering about my mom, right now she's. I told Carter about this because today the reason stream didn't happen earlier is because we were waiting for a special chair we got for my mom because she's going back on dialysis. If you don't know what dialysis is, it is where you put a fluid. You have a tube that drains fluid into you to cause the process that your kidneys would normally do, and then you drain that fluid out. And that fluid does the job your kidney is supposed to do. Now, my mom used to do that back for like late middle school, my time in high school, and some after, and then she got a donated kidney. So now, because she has cancer, she cannot qualify for a new kidney. So her current kidney is still alive, but it has been functioning very well. It has not been doing very well in its functions. It is still functioning, it's just not doing so well. So they're hoping with the dialysis it will help complement with the kidney and hopefully help the kidney live and still do its functions and either get better or just at least keep it alive. But she is going to be going through dialysis, whether it will be for the rest of her life or temporary if her kidney does recover more from it. That's yet to be seen. But the process of the current dialysis as it is about an 8-hour process, and she has to do it once a day. So that's why we got her a very nice chair. It's a chair with a very long end piece, so she can keep her legs pumped up. Because the reason we want her legs pumped up is because the main problem she's having because of her kidney not functioning, her kidney is not processing water properly in her body. So it's collecting in her body excess water, and obviously with gravity and everything, that's going down. So it's going in her legs, and her legs are swelling up. And they've been like that for quite a few years. So we're hoping the dialysis will help her legs and that. So that's kind of what's going on that for anyone who's interested on that. But here and there, I'm helping with different things on that. So, and sometimes that will affect things going on. So, but yeah, it looks like for now overtime's going to start again where I work. So most Fridays are going to probably be out of the loop. So that sucks. Everyone knows I don't like that. Everyone, but we keep seeing that. Anyway, I think that covers about everything going on. If anyone has any questions or anything, now is a good time. Of course, you're always welcome just to ask why I'm talking about. And if anyone's interested in, because I still have the video footage from Memorial Day, I was very debating on whether I wanted to upload it or not, because being music, flag stuff. Now, the 6-hour stream of all 3 games has only gone one flag and has blocked it in pretty much all the Western world. And it is the song in Oregon 2 about the shoe salesman. No other flags were put on that stream, so I'm thinking of taking the one recording clip that has that and mute that section, and then redo that and upload all of them. I do have a highlight of the entire stream on Twitch, so what I'm probably going to do is make a dummy video for the beginning of the playlist, and every single video in the description have a link to that Twitch highlight in case of further mutes or things down the road. That way, if anyone wants to check it out, because as far as I can see, the highlight on Twitch is not affected at all, because Twitch mainly goes after actual music. So it's not as evil. Like if you were playing like Guitar Hero or something, then you would probably get everything taken down on Twitch. But yeah. And luckily on Twitch you don't get like copyright strikes or anything on that kind of end either. It just mutes your video if it matches something. So, but as far as I know, the highlight on Twitch isn't affected, so it's it should remain safe. So that's probably what I'm going to do with the Oridon, the Leap Beat agents. Now I know there was some a little desyncing with the audio because it was the first time I was trying my Elgato card with my DS stuff. If you don't know how I do my DS stuff, I think I always showed it one time to get because when I did way into Historia, I was using the recommended way to use my captured DS, and it causes the audio to sound weird. So I did a recommendation someone did. Well, I plug in a device through the jack, and it gives it a the audio let's see, what is it, white and red? Yeah, it's white and red audio jack outs. And I put what I did in my old DS stuff is that would go into the Waxio capture card I have over here, and have the audio play back on the PC. And that worked out well. So I figured I could do the same thing with Elgato, which I kind of was. The only difference I had to do is there had to be some kind of video signal going into it. So I had the Vita TV on while picking up the audio, and all the gameplay stuff was layered over the Vita TV's video output. So the video sound was there. But there was a slight desyncing, and I did try my best to match it up, but the max delay I could do on OBS was 1,000. I even did 1,001, and the audio would like play and stop, play and stop, play and stop, and the higher it went, the more it went. And when I did like 1,100 delay, there was no audio at all. So I could not go over 1,000, which really sucked. I did try to delay the video, but the problem there is a video delay option in OBS, but the problem is, since the way I'm capturing the DS is off a literal DS and it's going through a program, that program is not recognizable as a capture device or anything to OBS. So I have to window capture the window screens of the program. And you can't delay a window capture. You can only delay actual footage being sent to the OBS or being recognized by the OBS. So there was no way for me to delay. If I could mess with the video delay, then I probably would have been able to sync them. But any future DS stuff, I will probably get my Waxio capture card and use that, since I was able to have them matched up for that. So that's probably what I'm going to do with DS stuff. And nobody asked any other questions, so it looks like nobody has anything to ask. So I guess we'll just sit you two up and wave goodbye on this particular video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully everyone has a good weekend. I need to really stop buying these stinking figurines for really cheap. I know I keep finding them for super cheap, and I just can't stop buying them. It was Crash, man. It was Crash. Anyway, that's it for this particular video. We're going to continue on, do some other streaming on some other stuff. So, if you're here watching the live stream, we're going to continue to do some stuff for that. Just for the unboxing is over. So,